We are live. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. No, my name is not Jim Ross. It's Andy Evans. Welcome to the Retro Chat podcast. Hey.
Hello, Andy.
Hello, Lee. How are you?
I'm good. Where's our other co-host?
I don't know. Hello, Lawrence.
Wow, Lawrence, there is if you have a look at the chat, the messenger chat earlier, there is a link in there to get to the stream. So Lawrence, there will be a third man joining us. Who is the third man? We've given that away already.
We kind of have. We're not really the NWO, are we?
No, not really.
With 20 years ago, sorry, going way off subject, they returned to No Way Out in 2003.
Yeah, absolutely. And then here we are talking about Cobra Kai. Lawrence can't miss this one because he's all about the Cobra Kai and it needs to be a part of it. But not just Cobra Kai. We're going to be talking about Karate Kid as well.
We are, absolutely. Head of Steel on Twitch is going, Earth calling Lawrence. Lawrence, come in, Lawrence. How you doing, my friend? You good?
I am good. I'm good. I'm excited for this one because you know what I'm like with my 80s stuff. Really excited about talking about Karate Kid. And even though Cobra Kai, of course, was created over the last few years, it feels like an 80s TV show. It really does, because it's got lots of callbacks to the original Karate Kid trilogy. I say trilogy. I don't know if we're going to touch on some of those other random. There he is.
There he goes.
Hello.
Hello.
I've been here the whole time.
Where were you?
Your camera has been off. It's not been showing, and so your camera's been on.
I don't know. Technology. That's oh goodness me. Wow. There we go. We're on. How you doing?
We're back. We're here.
Show no mercy to this computer. Send this show to that internet. Get some hash browns now. Where are your hash browns?
Yeah, you can check us out now by using the hash brown retro chat.
Yeah.
Yes, hash brown back in time.
Send it to the internet now.
Or just
www.retrochat.com.
It's not the address, but never mind.
Lawrence has had some hash browns already, with an ease on the end.
Yes, send this show. As long as this show's getting sent to the internet, we're all good. Oh, Anthony's watching as well on YouTube. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hi,
hello.
Hello, Tez. Hello, Bericles. Head of Steel is here. Princess McCat is here as well. Who else have we got? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and checking this out. It's going to be a good show.
Absolutely. Auntie Robert says Cobra Kai is my favorite TV series. I think it's ours as well, isn't it? Alongside.
Well, stick around. It's going to be good.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now, Lee was talking about the love of the 80s, and we know that you love the 80s. So we're not only going to be touching about Cobra Kai, we're going to be touching about old Karate Kid and Daniel Son.
Banzai trees.
Bonsai trees. Oh, I had bonsai trees.
If you're down, you've got to call it a Banzai tree.
It's really hard to grow bonsai trees. I tried when I watched Cobra Kai the first time. I bought some bonsai trees. It was called Greg, and then it died. It's really, really hard to grow bonsai trees. Really hard. Greg. I've got some bonsai trees here. I got some pot I bought at Christmas. I'm going to try and grow them from new. I'm quite excited about that.
And this is from the gardener, who says it's very hard.
Bonsai trees are well hard to grow. They're the hardest. Honestly, bonsai trees are really hard to grow. Bonsai trees, but I'm obviously not balanced. That's the trouble.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Now, before we get started, I have a quick question. Lawrence, is your chair ready?
No. My computer wasn't ready, but I'm ready. I can see Meryl's school bag on the screen. It's disgusting. That horrible flowery school bag in the corner down here. Look at this.
I didn't notice that.
It's
disgusting. Get grot bags to sit in the way.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Meryl, leave it. That's good. Well, the reason why I said it's because grot bags is in here all the time.
Meryl should do a run-in. If Meryl's, why didn't we think of this? We could have brought Meryl Mania over to the show.
Meryl does like Cobra Kai, mate. She likes.
Meryl should come in. Bring Meryl in.
Well, I don't know. We ain't got enough. The chairs in the grot bags room. Be a lot of organising. Andy,
maybe we could do a really quick Meryl Mania based off of one of the characters on Cobra Kai. That'd be funny.
John Kreese.
All right, hang on.
AEW star John Kreese.
Spoilers: John Kreese comes back to Cobra Kai, guys. In case you're wondering.
Oh yeah, if you've only seen season 1, yeah.
Yes,
bit of a problem.
It's good.
If you've seen AEW Dynamite, you would have seen him on there as well.
Yeah.
John Kreese versus Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
She's weak.
Only on AEW.
Now that is a match I would have gone for.
Strange angle on Lawrence. Yeah, because my camera's flipped, isn't it? I guess, is it? I don't know.
It looks different to me, Lawrence, because I normally see you on the Zoom chat and everything is normally backwards for me, but it's the right way around. No.
Oh, it is the right way around because Sting's spelled right. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So how weird.
Well, that's weird.
And this is what the next hour is going to be like. Totally random. Well, if Meryl does want to come in, we have a character ready for Meryl Mania.
Okay, wow. She can look up John Kreese and then she can come in a bit later and let us know what she thinks. So what John Kreese looks like.
She's in the chat room. Hey guys, I can't get enough of it. Welcome, Meryl. Bericles, you are usually more straight on. I think
I'm a bit bent tonight, Bericles, because we're talking about Cobra Kai.
Wow. Robert is bent for Cobra Kai.
I'm not going there. Now, before we get into the Cobra Kai chat or the Karate Kid chat, it's time to do my favorite segment of the show, considering it's my damn show and I write the whole thing. I could just do an entire hour of this. What happened when?
Wow.
We have two of them tonight.
Wow. Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is go back to August the 31st of 1984.
Wow.
Right, which is when Karate Kid first was released.
The original.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So I am asking the question right now. I can't get rid of this message. Why can't I get rid of this message? There we go. What was the #1 single in the United Kingdom?
Cruel Summer by Bananarama, because that was in Karate Kid.
Very close.
Oh, okay.
No. I
was very young. I wasn't aware of music when I was only 14 months old.
Okay, that makes me feel old because I was 3.
I was older.
Ghostbusters.
No.
By Ray Park Jr.
Let's just say it was a bit of a Wham. Is a clue.
Oh, Wham. Oh.
It wasn't Wham. It was someone who was in Wham.
Oh.
Andrew Ridgeley.
Andy Ridgeley.
No. The other one.
Right.
He was a bit careless with his whispers. It was Careless Whisper by George Michael. Princess the Cat wasn't born. We have this conversation every time Lee's on. Don't rub it in.
Yeah, don't rub it in. I was 8 when this came out. In fact, yeah, it was day after my 8th birthday this came out. How exciting is that?
Ah, you see? You're linked to the Karate Kid. What about the #1 album in the UK?
Wham took over the
Bros.
80s, so it's got to be Bros. No, they were a few years after that.
I think it might be early 80s. I think it was Thriller by Head of Steel.
Yeah,
Thriller.
Head of Steel says Thriller. I think that might have been a bit earlier as well. No,
it was a compilation album.
Oh,
that doesn't count.
Best of Boy George.
No, he didn't have any. He didn't have any best of. They're still around today. These albums.
Oh wow!
I don't think you can buy.
Now that's what I call music. 27.
So close.
It was
3.
Now 3. Wow, that's good.
Yeah. Now that's what I call music 3.
Flipping
Queen's greatest hit.
Now I had now that's what I call music 10 and 13 on double cassette. How cool is that?
Well, I had Now That's What I Call Music 26, and that's the one with Meatloaf on. So I just found out about Meatloaf.
Oh.
With I'll Do Anything for Love, but I won't do that. On cassette.
Anyway, moving on.
1993, right? Did you guys used to sit here, changing subject way again, on a Sunday night when Radio 1, the chart show was on? Did you used to sit there and record it and then press pause?
No, only if Aerosmith were in the charts, just to see where Aerosmith in the chart. And then, Pink got to number 13 when it came out in 1999. That's the excitement. I know Aerosmith.
Wow.
Stats.
That's impressive.
I could be making it up. You don't know if that's right. I've
got no clue, mate. I don't know anything. You know this. I really don't. All right, flipping to the other side of the continent in the USA right now. #1 single in the USA on August the 31st,
Jump,
1984.
Oh,
that's not bad. Jump by Van Halen.
Panama. 1984.
No. It wasn't Billie Jean from Bericles.
Okay. But Don't Want to Miss a Thing got to number 4 Bericles in the UK chart. Look it up and check if you want. I bet I'm right.
Do you want a clue?
Go on.
No.
It was female. The artist was female, not it was female, because that's wrong.
It was female.
He was female. The artist was female.
The single that was at #1 identifies as female.
Yes. Ooh.
Simply the best.
Tina, that was later, wasn't it?
Very close.
Sheena Easton says Head of Steel. That can't be right.
No, not Sheena Easton. It is Tina Turner, though.
Oh. Nutbush City Limits.
No.
What's
love got to do?
Oh, okay. Now that was in Mad Max, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it in Mad Max? Was it that one, or was it a different one she did? Anyway, no, Princess McCat. It wasn't Bewitched. That was about 30 years after this.
Bewitched says that. If Bewitched says that was the first single that Princess McCat bought, we're in trouble. If Princess McCat says that was the first single she bought, we're in trouble. All right. So there you go. Now, shooting forward to the one we all should know.
Go on.
The first episode of Cobra Kai launched on May the 2nd, 2018.
Right.
Okay. So, what was the number one single in the UK?
What? When? 2018? I got no idea, mate.
I don't listen to current music, Andy. I'm like Lawrence. I just listen to classic rock all the time.
and my own jokes on Ministry of Slam that I laugh at.
Pericles has just said some. Yeah, there you go. Some shites. There we go.
It was One Kiss by Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa.
Okay, good.
Oh,
if that's what you say. Yeah.
I don't really care, but I do. Oh, my first single was Steps. Which one? 5, 6, 7, 8, or Last Thing on My Mind, or what? That's really bad. What was the number one movie in both the UK and the USA box office?
2018. God, 4 years.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, was that 2018?
But
I'm just taking some vitamin D, guys. I'm just taking some. I'm not popping any other serious drugs.
Where did that come from?
Because I'm popping some pills live on the air.
Anyway.
Okay. It was only number one for 3 weeks.
Infinity War?
Yeah.
What knocked it off?
Deadpool 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, God. That's rubbish.
But in the States, it took in 3 weeks $434,551,070, which equates to £319 million sterling.
Oh my God!
Compared to 45 million in the UK.
Really? Is that all it did in the UK?
All it did in the 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. Yeah, it took a lot more than that, mate. It was ginormous. It's huge.
But yeah, now
after 3 weeks.
I suppose it was all the sellouts, wasn't it? People were avoiding it like the plague because everyone was
I saw it twice.
Yeah, I saw it twice. I went to the midnight showing of it. I remember that.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Batman next week. Who's going to Batman?
Who's going to Batman? I think I'm liking it. When I saw the first trailer, I wasn't convinced, and when I saw some of the teaser pictures and things like that, I wasn't really interested. But the more each trailer that comes out, I was getting more and more interested in it. I think I've got to see
I want to do on the network maybe Thursday night someone put it out if anyone's interested. If you get enough people, do a Batman quiz, and I've got a whole Batman like quiz book of questions, and I could be the impartial to report the winner.
Wow.
So if anyone knows Batman, they can come and join it, and then I will see how well you know Batman. So let's put that out there.
Are you going to be guys? You're going to be bringing the Ministry of DC to the network?
Maybe. We'll see.
There aren't enough days in the week, are there? We need to create new days so we can do more streams.
Yeah, and then make content out. Hello, Mel. How you doing?
Hello, Mel. We've got enough content keeping us going on the network. In fact, before we hit the show, if you would like to find out more about the MOS Network, check this out.
Join the MOS Network,
the home of the Ministry of Slam Pro Wrestling show every Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time. We bring you all the latest wrestling news, fun segments, and of course we bring you classic wrestling interviews from the last 20 years.
The only people that really have taken shots at us are the people that are really avid WWE fans.
We are also the home of the Retro Chat podcast. Go back in time with Andy Evans every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. UK.
And don't forget the Ministry of Horror show with Tez every single Tuesday, where he looks back, brings in special guests, and looks at the history of horror.
The MOS Network is an awesome community for wrestling fans, pop culture fans, and people who like positive energy all around the world.
Come and make friends with like-minded fans 24/7 in our exclusive Discord community.
Gaming and music streams. Come on.
Yeah, we won. Yeah.
And for you audio listeners, we also have the Ministry of Slam on the podcast feeds.
Check it out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere you check out your audio podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling wins with the MOS Network.
Wrestling wins. Yeah. Entertainment wins. The network wins.
Everything wins. That was great. Some good editing in there.
That was great editing.
That's some good editing there.
Right, shall we do it? Shall we get on and talk about Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid? Because that's what we're here for.
Otherwise, it's going to turn into Ministry of Slam because we're 20 minutes in and we haven't talked about Karate Kid or Cobra Kai yet.
We've linked it back with what happens when.
Yeah, true. Okay, all right.
So, what do you remember about Karate Kid? Why is it still so popular today? What is it about the film?
Was it popular? It was only popular after Cobra Kai. It was quite good, I guess, wasn't it? Like wax, like there was a legendary set, wax on, wax off, and show no mercy, and all that stuff. So it was in the general population. The Karate Kid was. I don't know if it was like super popular. And the idea of when Cobra Kai came back in 2018 was a bit of a joke. Like, I don't want to watch that. That's gonna be rubbish. But then obviously it was such an awesome program when it came onto Netflix 2 years later, and everyone discovered it. I think it's the famous sayings, isn't it? And sweep the leg, wax on wax, put him in a body bag, all that stuff. It's all the famous sayings. It's a classic 80s movie. I guess I'm just sort of saying, like, maybe the popularity of it waned a little bit with silly stuff like the Will Smith Karate Kid film, and maybe the next Karate Kid wasn't so great either.
Yeah, I'm similar sort of mind. I mean, I remember it being quite popular when I was a kid, and I think it's the kind of thing that made Spider-Man so popular. I think with a lot of sort of kids at the time, because it's this guy. He's had his world turned upside down. He's a kid. He's moved into a new neighborhood. He hasn't got anything going for him. He hasn't got any hobbies. He hasn't got any friends. New school. He's really got his back against the wall. But then he meets up with this guy, teaches him karate, and he comes good in the end. It's your classic underdog story. Who was it? Berkeley said that he likens it to Rocky for kids, and it's similar to that, sort of a nobody at the beginning of the film, and then moves up and goes through lots of trials and tribulations, and then ends up, winning it all at the end. Just like really good feel-good story.
Punk kid. Punk kid does good.
Yeah, exactly.
Put him in,
That's
put him in a body bag.
Yeah, he nearly got put in a body bag, and he wasn't.
And he dressed up like a shower. Yeah.
Well, literally the best costume ever. Yeah, a shower. That was awesome. That's because the Cobra Kai's wouldn't get it. That's why he was hiding from them.
So, I mean, Cobra Kai really kind of took the whole ethos of Karate Kid to the next level, didn't it? I mean, you said it earlier on, Lawrence. When it came back, it was a bit of a joke series.
That's because it was on YouTube. No one wanted to pay for stuff on YouTube. Who does that?
YouTube Red, wasn't it?
YouTube Red. No one pays for stuff on YouTube. And then of course, they dropped it, but Netflix bought it, and that's when everyone thought, I'm going to try that Karate Kid sequel, and everyone was like, oh my god, this is great. And the thing is with Karate Kid, you've got to go and watch the films before you watch it. It makes Cobra Kai. If you don't watch the films before, it's okay. But if you watch the films and then watch Cobra Kai, it's amazing. It makes it so good, especially when Terry Silver comes in and Kreese. Oh, it's good. It's good. I love it.
It's just like the continue. You're like a kid on candy tonight, aren't you? You're bouncing up and down.
I'm always like this.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah,
like Lee said, he reckons I got ADHD. It's this thing. Everyone who knows me sort of decided. It's just found out about me, which I've just realised myself. I think, and that's why I'm more like this all the time. Lee's made me aware of it. I think it's his fault.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It works. It works for YouTube and like video streams and stuff. It's exactly what we need.
Undiagnosed when I was a child.
Berkeley, that was vitamin D, right, Law?
It was.
The interesting thing about it, though, is who was actually the good guy or the bad guy? Because in the Karate Kid, you always think it was Johnny Lawrence who was the bully, right?
Yeah.
But Cobra Kai really has got an argument that it flipped it on its head. LaRusso was a bit of a cocky asshole.
Yeah.
Especially in that opening few episodes where, the rich kid, Johnny Lawrence, destroys the car, goes to the garage, patronized by LaRusso. You kind of got an affinity for Johnny Lawrence.
I think it falls down to, how TV shows have to be a bit more intelligent these days. I mean, you go back to any 80s film and like, this is the good guy, right? Why is he a good guy? Because we're telling you he's a good guy, so just go with it. And like Johnny Lawrence, he's the bad guy. Well, why is he a bad guy? What's he done wrong? Nothing, but he's the bad guy. Believe me, just he's the bad guy. And then, it's like Top Gun. Yeah, if you look at it, Tom Cruise's character, Maverick, he breaks all the rules. He causes people to die. He's actually quite a bad guy. Whereas like Iceman, he's perfect flyer. He obeys the rules and everything. And, he's confident in his own abilities. So why is Tom Cruise the good guy in that? It's all about sort of perception.
He gets the girl.
Well, yeah, true. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what happens with
LaRusso
Karate Kid as well.
From Johnny. It's unbelievable. They were just having a little bit of a tiff, and of course, LaRusso turns up and starts trying to fix her radio, and Johnny's like, "What are you doing? I thought we're just having a little bit of an argument. We'll sort it out." And of course, then back off, man. And but start having a fight, but it was LaRusso who punched Johnny first.
Yeah, true. And again, Cobra Kai, I think, with any TV show today, it treats the viewer with a bit more respect. And you have to, in life, there aren't good guys and bad guys. Everyone's got elements of good and elements of bad in them. And it treats them like proper characters rather than just this guy is 100% bad and this guy is 100% good. Don't even question it.
Well, to be fair, though, there's no true thing as a bad student, just a bad teacher. And I think John Kreese is the bad guy. He is the bad guy. He took over all of Cobra Kai.
I don't think he's the bad guy. I don't think Kreese is the bad guy. I think Kreese is misunderstood.
What? Of course he's the bad guy.
He's not the bad guy. Terry Silver's the bad guy. I mean, look at the end of Cobra Kai 4.
Terry Silver is the bad. Terry Silver becomes the bad guy, but John Kreese was bad as well.
And he's got a good ponytail.
Well, and Thomas Ian Griffith is 5 months younger than Ralph Macchio. Do you know that? Can you believe that?
That's mental.
Yeah.
Looks like he's his granddad.
Terry Silver is 5 months younger than Ralph Macchio in real life. So in Karate Kid 3, when Terry Silver's there, he's playing like a man who's older than Ralph Macchio. He's actually 5 months younger than him.
Jesus.
So I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrifying.
It's great. Well, the best thing about Cobra Kai is all the references, the little comments that even like Terry Silver, when Kreese was talking to him, trying to get him to come and help him with Cobra Kai in season 4, and then Kreese Silver's like, I was crazy. What was I doing? I was driving a little child crazy, a teenage boy crazy, just because of a high school karate tournament. It's ridiculous, and it is ridiculous that he did that. That's what makes it great. And
but you don't question that. You don't question that in the films because it's just, well, you're the bad guy. You're supposed to fuck with the good guy.
And that's why it makes it a bit more intelligent. So when you watch it now, you think that's ridiculous that he did that. He's an adult man tormenting a child because of a high school karate tournament. Now the real pain begins, Danny boy.
Oh,
great.
God. Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
Where to go with this now? And the real pain, obviously, is Johnny Lawrence appearing in How I Met Your Mother. That was bad.
Never seen it.
What?
Okay. I've never got to the end. I'll give it that. I've watched probably about 2/3 of the episodes, and then I kind of lose track. But yeah, it's a good show. I haven't seen. Have I seen Johnny Lawrence in it? I don't know.
It's in the final season. It's
definitely not.
Johnny Lawrence was bad as well. His stepdad was bad to him. That's not good. Made him want to go to Cobra Kai, and he looked at Kreese as a father figure. So, and then Kreese was the bad teacher that made him the bad student at the time. I don't think, and then he dropped him. And of course, he tried to, break his trophy and, choke him to death at the start of Karate Kid 2, just for losing the karate. Another ridiculous thing. He came second in the whole Valley tournament of about the whole Valley. And his student came second after winning it the 2 previous years. And then he tried to choke him to death. Ridiculous.
Yes, but that's because you strike first, strike hard, and no mercy. You have to win at all costs.
Well, I don't know. He did say if you got a problem with that when he told him to sweep the leg, and Johnny did sweep the leg, which led to the crane kick, and he lost the tournament. So Kreese's guidance, bad teacher, lost Johnny the tournament. To be fair, it's Kreese's fault. Luckily, Miyagi was there to sort of make Kreese punch the window. They were in trouble.
2 fists.
Could have killed a child. Could have killed a teenage boy. Then Cobra Kai wouldn't have happened. Imagine that.
You are thinking too literally into this, Law. All right,
you have to.
Too literally into it.
Yeah, the crane kick should have got Daniel disqualified as well. Mel says kicked him in the face. It's illegal.
Is it? Is that actually like if it was a proper karate tournament? Would that have been
a legal kick? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
So why did they let it go then? See, Johnny Lawrence got screwed. Daniel LaRusso is the bad guy.
He explained that to Miguel, didn't he? When they were sitting outside the karate, the Cobra Kai dojo at the time.
Okay, I remember him saying it. I didn't know it was actually. I thought he was just saying
he explained the whole story. How
than...
Daniel came along, stole his girl, beat him with an illegal kick. He was just trying to be a nice guy.
Flipping heck. There you go, baddie, Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah, that's what's the beauty of Cobra Kai, is that it flips it on its head and makes everything Daniel done from Johnny's point of view be bad. And that's why Johnny hates him when he turned up with the car. And Johnny like, technically, I kicked his face, all that sort of stuff. He kicks him in the face. And so that's why Johnny has it in for Daniel, because of he basically feels like Daniel had it in for him when he turned up at the school all those years later. Then they made friends, didn't they? And it was great. And then they broke up again. And it's great.
And then they made friends, and then they broke up again. And then they made friends, and then they broke up again.
Now they made friends again, but they're going to break up again.
Probably.
So if Elizabeth Shue comes back, does that mean LaRusso's going to try and steal her again from Johnny Lawrence?
Well, she did come back.
No,
she
came back.
She did, yeah, but then she's gone again. She's not been in the this season. So
Ali with an eye. No, she won't come back. She's done now, mate.
Yeah,
she's done. Yeah, she's off. She's gone back to go back with her husband. She's not coming back.
Pericles has just said, do you guys know the movie You're the Best Around was originally written for? I don't know. It wasn't Rocky, was it?
Could be, actually. That would fit.
We're ill on tenterhooks when Pericles is writing his response. I know that The Best Around was originally a theme song for Frankie Kazarian on the independent circuit. Rocky 3, there we go, says Pericles. So probably cheaper to get hold of than Eye of the Tiger, I'd imagine. Wow.
That's Head of Steel villain is sometimes based on perspective. Darth Vader and the Air Stormtroopers are heroes are heroes in some stories. It's true. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the original, the prequels, they were the heroes, weren't they? They were on the Alliance side.
Yeah. And again, it's just it is all about perspective, isn't it?
Emperor Palpatine turned them against the Jedi's.
Wow.
What are we talking about tonight?
I don't know. Star Wars lightsabers.
But there's not also stuff like which makes Cobra Karate Kid great is the Bill Conti score. That's amazing. So that makes it really good. Mr. Miyagi, the relationship between Daniel and Mr. Miyagi is amazing. In Karate Kid 1, it's really good. But when they go to Okinawa and Karate Kid 2, because Mr. Miyagi's mum or dad has died, I can't remember.
I think it was his dad was ill, wasn't it?
His dad was ill, and then his dad dies, and then that brings Miyagi and Daniel even closer together. And that's a really cool like father-son relationship that they both had together. It's really, really good. And Karate Kid 2 is fantastic, of course. Live or die, man. Die, honk. It's great. They've chosen.
It just reminded me too much of Kickboxer. Have you ever seen the original Van Damme Kickboxer film?
Yeah,
Karate Kid 2 is better than 1.
I like Karate Kid 2.
Karate Kid 2 is great.
Kid 2 is good. It just reminded me, that last fight just reminded me too much of Kickboxer with Pinto and Van Damme going at it with the, no ring, shards of glass around the wrist, doing the kick in the boxing. But it was good. And yes, you're right. The was
and again, it comes back into play, doesn't it? With in Cobra Kai, every key moment in Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3 is drawn upon in the Cobra Kai series.
Well, they're the guys who write the Cobra Kai are super fans of it. I mean, and there's what makes it great is there's moments like, when Daniel went to Okinawa to try and save his LaRusso auto dealership.
Oh yeah,
and then he didn't. He went to Japan to try and save it, and that failed. So he thought, I'm going to go to Okinawa and try and just see the old place come here. And he met Kumiko, and then what was so good, and it actually made me cry, was the bit when Kumiko's reading Mr. Miyagi's letters to Kumiko's auntie. And it's like Daniel's then reconnecting back to Mr. Miyagi. It was brilliant. So good. Because and that's what pays off if you watch the original one, because of course you see the father-son relationship between Miyagi and Daniel, especially and 3, which it was quite brutal in 3. He ditched him and joined Cobra Kai because of Terry Silver, But that was a great moment in the whole series, season 3, when he went to season 3 when he went to Okinawa. Met Kumiko. That was brilliant.
Pericles has just put in the chat room, Miyagi is the best character in those movies. And the fact that they've managed to keep the show going without him is incredible. But it's kind of like Danielson is now turned into the Mr. Miyagi, isn't it? Because he's got them doing the whole balancing, the wax on, wax off on the cars,
Yeah.
And how nice is it to see those cars that Miyagi had in the house and the dojo?
How many fences have you ever painted and clean floors? Or I mean, I've jacked up a few cars and I still don't know karate. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it.
I must admit, the last time I went to a fight, the wax off, wax on didn't really work.
Well, it just takes bloody ages. I mean, you could punch someone in the face.
Before Christmas, built a whole fence, and I didn't, still don't know karate. Smashing in these huge nails into the post.
Do you know, there's one person, and I don't think I'm sure I haven't sort of overlooked this, but there's one person that hasn't come back yet from Karate Kid 3. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say John Barnes for a minute, but that would have made Cobra Kai really weird. No. But yeah, he hasn't come back, so maybe we'll see him at some point.
That's what's the great bit.
Season 5?
Well,
what's that?
Isn't that rumored for season 5?
Oh, is it? Okay, I haven't looked into any spoilers or rumors or anything for season 5. So we'll wait and see with bated breath.
But there's the bit when Daniel's wife's talking to him. What's her name?
Janet. Let's call her that.
No, it's not. But yeah, when she's talking to him in the dealership, and she says, she's like, "Are there any more? There's no other. Who's Terry Silver turned up? You can't tell me Are there any more Cobras that are going to come and ruin our life in the future?" And he's like, "No." Yeah, well, there are a few. Yeah,
you can see him lying out of his eyeballs there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course, Hilary Swank could turn up. Julie Pierce, she could turn up as well.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the spin-off that's rumored to be happening?
Is there a spin-off?
So there's rumored to be a Kreese spin-off focusing on Kreese back in the army. So kind of like a prequel to the Karate Kid. Oops.
I don't know. I mean, I think the thing that's interesting about Cobra Kai is because you're seeing where all these characters have grown to become. And I think you know that there have been plenty of flashbacks of Kreese in the army with Terry Silver and all of that. I think that's enough for me. I know where he's come from and I know how the relationships have built. But I don't think I could watch even one season. I don't think I could watch all of that with him in the army. I think that'd be a bit of a stretch.
Hang on, I'm just getting rid of a...
Oh yeah, we've got a bot. You don't watch Cobra Kai. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he's sympathetic to a point, but you don't want to go too far. At the end of the day, if you look at it, everyone was a good person. This is going to go really deep. Everyone was a good person when they were born, and it's other events that have influenced them and turned them into good people or bad people. So, is anyone really bad? John Kreese has just reacted to his environment, and he's turned into what he's turned into.
He's turned into a good guy at the end of it.
Wow,
yeah, I guess
it's a good guy. He just let Tori fight. It wasn't good necessarily. He still trains these kids to show no mercy. And look at that other little guy turned up, and he what's his name? The little guy. He turned up.
Calvin.
Yeah.
Who turned into a rope bully at the end of it, didn't he?
Yeah, and he's beating up Anthony LaRusso at the end. He's and then Robbie's like, "Oh, Dad, I lost him. I tried to keep him good. He lost him." Starts crying and stuff, and gives Johnny a hug at the end. You know what I mean? Like that's Kreese's fault. It's nothing to do with Terry Silver. Kreese as well, to be fair, and Robbie. Yeah. Robbie's fault too.
And Robbie.
Yeah. Robbie, who can never close his mouth.
Oh, great! That's going to ruin it for me now. I'll be looking for that every time.
But it's such a good the throwback. It pays off. It pays off the fact this is the good thing about Cobra Kai and Ghostbusters Afterlife as well, and things like this is that it pays off being a fan of the show, of the films, and it respects that you were a fan of it. If you watched it before, it doesn't say, "Oh, we're not going to reference this old thing." That's what's really cool about it. As opposed to something like Star Wars, which was just like they paid tribute to Mr. Miyagi, Kreese, Johnny Lawrence, and all these characters you fall in love with over 3 films in Cobra Kai. But in Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, they like shit all over Luke Skywalker, and he's just like he's awful, and they ruin him, and it makes you not want to see what happens to that character anymore, or you can't because you fall in love with these characters, and they ruin them. And Cobra Kai didn't do that. And arguably, Star Wars is huge. And, if they treated Luke Skywalker correctly and the legacy characters in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, it would have been epic. So good, so good. But, Karate Kid was nowhere near as big as Star Wars, but they got it so right with Cobra Kai, with how you treat legacy characters and then pass the torch onto a future generation of characters. And they did it with Ghostbusters too.
Nice.
Not Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Ghostbusters as well.
Ghostbusters
I just love that little hand movement by Lawrence at the end of it. Like after that little comment, it's like, I have spoken. That is it.
That's what makes it so good, though. You have a program like that is Cobra Kai or an old legacy thing, and you treat the characters with respect.
You don't just turn up saying you're going to do a sequel series and then be like, "Oh, what happened to John Kreese? Yeah, he's dead. Oh, what happened to Terry Silver? Yeah, he's dead as well."
Oh,
and
not
you
so
don't
much,
just
not even that.
but you don't just force new characters down people's throat just for the sake of it. It kind of ties in and pays respect to the old
characters
stuff.
are all right, but this stuff like Luke Skywalker, look at him. He's a hermit. He's like this epic character that everybody loves. Pretty much, you can't watch Star Wars and not love Luke Skywalker. And then he's a hermit on that random island drinking green milk from this nipple. I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then he doesn't even go and fight. He doesn't even go and fight at the end of The Last Jedi. But like that'd be like Johnny Lawrence being or Daniel LaRusso not teaching these kids Miyagi Do. I don't want to do it. They get lost.
I'm
and
just
be
going to have some
an
milk.
asshole to them. Yeah. Because the difference is the thing why it's hurt so much is because you built up to see Luke Skywalker. He's so excited to see Luke Skywalker for all that time. First time you're seeing him again, and then he turns out to be that shit. But with Karate Kid, Cobra Kai as well, it wasn't so much like that. You weren't like, oh god, I can't wait to see what Daniel LaRusso's done. You're not really that. We weren't really that bothered. So that's just. But I see what I'm sort of trying to say. Like with Cobra Kai, they got it so right, referencing legacy characters, and Star Wars ruined it for legacy characters.
I'm not going to be able to watch Luke Skywalker in the new trilogy.
He's awful.
Thinking that terrible. He's just drinking milk from a green nipple.
He is.
That's going to be the only.
It's terrible. Those films are terrible. They ruined Star Wars. Sorry.
You are expecting him to. Oh yeah, go on. Go through Head of Steel's quote there.
Oh yeah, the hermit angle.
Head of Steel said that the hermit angle was similar to the Mighty Ducks.
I guess, yeah, but at least he came back round and did want to train the Mighty Ducks.
Everyone wanted to see Luke Skywalker have a shave, get into his black stuff from Return of the Jedi, get his green lightsaber out and start hacking people up.
And then there's a moment, and then with Cobra Kai, there's a moment with Daniel, and it's like plays the Bill Conti score. He puts it's the episode 3 or 4 when he realizes Cobra Kai back. He cleared out that his training room at his house out, his luxury house, clears all the shit out of it. Puts his headband on that you haven't seen him wear for ages. The Bill Conti score starts playing, and he starts doing all the moves you saw him do in the first film. You're like, this is awesome because it's referencing your love of the character from way back when. Instead of, and in Star Wars, Luke Skywalker is just, I don't want to be a Jedi. The Jedis are dead. It's rubbish. And he doesn't even come back properly. He doesn't even go and fight. He just disappears.
Just walks along some red sand and
becomes a Force Ghost.
Yeah, weird.
There you go. So how long has Cobra Kai got left, do we think? Before
I reckon one more season.
Yeah,
one more season. I think they're starting to lose. It's almost like the characters that you've got there at the moment. What else can you really do with them? They've all been friends with each other. They've all had tiffs with each other, and I think it's starting to get towards its end. I think one more season and then tie it up at the end.
Yeah. Do you tie it up with a film though?
Maybe a film on Netflix. A Netflix movie could be good. They might do one more series, 2 more. Depends if they bring back Mike Barnes and he backs up Terry Silver. Or bring back Julie and she helps. Now, Julie could actually go against Daniel, couldn't she? Maybe, who knows?
I think what you could have, is it Karate Kid 3 after all the bonsai trees are smashed up and they like abseiled down that thing. So that cliff. So it's going to have there'll be Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso in Johnny's red kick-ass car, and they'll just hold hands and they'll drive off the cliff at the end of the last episode.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Past all the bonsai trees.
That'd be good, yeah. Mike Barnes. Revenge! And Jerry Silver to the top. Revenge! Just laughing his head off.
Driving off, shouting, wax on! Wax on!
And then Mr. Miyagi comes back as a Force Ghost and pushes the other two like on the edge.
Got a bit of trivia for you. So we've been talking about the Karate Kid movies as well as Cobra Kai. And Karate Kid 3 is well known as being the worst of those 3 films, right?
Which one is
you know
3?
Karate Kid 3, yeah. In 1989, it received 5 nominations at the Golden Raspberry Awards.
Golden Raspberry?
Which is like the worst of the worst.
Oh, okay.
It didn't win any. They were for Worst Picture.
Yeah.
It lost to Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. The Worst Director, they lost to William Shatner for Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Wow. The Worst Actor in Ralph Macchio,
What?
And they lost to William Shatner in Star Trek 5.
Wow. Star Trek has really kind of bailed out Karate Kid 3 there.
Yes, absolutely. But, it was the worst film of the lot.
Did you know, though, also for the Karate Kid 3, that there's the love interest, Robin Lively's character, what's her name? Jessica. Yeah. So Daniel, in theory, is supposed to be all in love with Jessica, this new girl in the scene, And what it turns out was that obviously Ralph Macchio was actually quite old, like 28, 29 when he's filming that, as supposed to be a teenage kid. And Robin Lively at the time was under 16 or just turned 16. So they had to change the storyline. No, they had to change the storyline. They're just friends. So that's why there's a segment where they go to the nightclub and they're dancing and things like that when he punches that guy in the face because he's, going to the dark side. And she's going, the reason why they go out for a dance is because she's leaving town. She was never a love interest of Daniel in the film because, of course, he would have been mega over age with her, like 12 years her senior or something like that. But originally, they realised, actually, we can't have this fully grown man date a child in Karate Kid 3. So that's why they were best friends.
Frowned upon.
Yeah, they were just playing best friends. And she was a pottery master of pottery and made the pots for the bonsai tree.
That's right.
Brilliant. Oh, what luck. I'm going to start a bonsai tree shop. And then you make friends with someone you just met who makes pots for the bonsai tree shop. Brilliant. That's great.
Do you know what? Something's really freaking me out here at the moment because I'm home alone tonight. Okay, so my wife and my daughter are away. Okay. The security alarm in my little daughter's room is going off saying there's motion detected.
It's Jesus.
Mel,
Ghost of Mr. Miyagi.
Mel.
Yeah, Mel. I need some help.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Force Ghosts and Pat Morita. I'm sat there thinking, am I going to walk upstairs to find Miyagi playing with the Paw Patrol?
Join the stream on your phone and take your phone in there and live stream you going and seeing a ghost in her room. I think that would be great. We could really take this on to a different level.
Oh, about Gruff said the third film. I enjoyed the third film, but bad but very entertaining. I don't know.
I think Gruff, it was just bad.
No, it wasn't. It was awesome. What are you talking? That's the best bit.
It was awful. That third film was terrible.
It was the worst of the three, but I still liked it.
The next Karate Kid's the worst of the three.
Oh yeah, but if we're just talking
+1.
Mel says that you've got a visitor from beyond, Andy. Oh no, this is most likely residual energy. Wow. Okay, so there you go. That's not so bad if it's residual energy in the room. It's not it's not a axe murderer. It might be. Who knows?
I kind of killed the conversation. There we go.
Do you know what I like? One of the other things that I've just thought about when Lawrence was saying about Karate Kid 3, not that it's in Karate Kid 3, but taking love interest out for a date. They went to that sort of fun fair, the mini golf thing, and all of that, and that then showed up in Cobra Kai as well, didn't it? They went there,
and that was Miguel and Samantha, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Golf and stuff.
Golf and stuff. That's it. That's what it was called. That's what I was trying to look for. Really, and all these little callbacks to the original, because what they're trying to do essentially is pop all the old fans, aren't they? Oh my god, yes, I remember this bit. That was where they went. That was when Daniel went. This was where he went in his new car, and love all of that stuff. And you get the old Miyagi Do dojo and all the cars and all of that. It's just all these little callbacks, and they place them in the episodes really, really cleverly. Just you spend a lot of time with the new characters, getting to know them, and just as you think, I like these new characters, but I'm a bit more interested. Oh my god, there's a Karate Kid reference. Oh my god, that was in the first film. That was in the first film, and they just hook you so well.
Yeah. And it's the teasers as well, like when Miguel hurt his back, and then Johnny's there because he sold that vase from his stepdad and he's made all the money to pay for the surgery. And then there's a doctor flying in from somewhere to help him, and then the camera pans over and it's a short lady with long blonde hair and you're like, that's Ali, and it's not. It wasn't. It's just a little teaser. It's Ali. Oh, Ali. No, because you're waiting for Ali the whole time, because obviously season 2 ended when he chucked his phone because he lost Cobra Kai, and then Ali replied to him on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. And you were just sort of thinking at that point, what?
Mel's actually gone to that golf and stuff.
Oh my god!
I didn't even know it was real. I thought it was just made for the film.
No, that's crazy. Mel needs to do a live video or something from there. That would be amazing.
Yeah, go back.
Just for Lawrence. Don't even do it as an episode. Just video called Lawrence.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right. Is Meryl wanting to come in to do a Meryl Mania? Doesn't have to, but if she wants to, she can.
Meryl, do you want to come and say what John Kreese looks like? We haven't got a picture of him. Can you remember?
I've got a picture of him.
Oh, Andy's got a picture of him.
Live, unplanned, exclusive, Merylmania. What does John Kreese from Cobra Kai and Karate Kid look like? This is going to be awesome.
in this dojo, Meryl.
No.
Good.
Hello.
It's Meryl.
Hi, Meryl.
Hi guys, you okay?
All good, all good. I'm excited about this.
There we go.
Well, I've always thought he looks like actually two things, and the powers are easy on this one. To me, he really obviously looks like Bowser from Super Mario, the boss.
Yeah, Bowser.
Yeah, he definitely looks like Bowser, definitely. But I also think he looks like a tin of Spam. Yeah, definitely.
Bowser and a tin of Spam. I like it.
Yeah,
Wow.
maybe he could be Bowser made out of Spam.
How much do you love Cobra Kai, Meryl?
I love Cobra Kai. When we're watching it, I'm just obsessed, and I just after each episode, like, let's watch one more. Let's watch one more.
We watched all of season 4 in all of New Year's Eve. It came out New Year's Eve, and we watched all the 10 episodes in one day.
Just can't get enough of
about
it.
it though, because only half an hour, aren't they? Like 25 minutes.
Some of them
half
are
an hour.
about 40 minutes, but we watched it till about and we went out on New Year's Eve evening for a little bit, didn't we? And came back and finished about 2 a.m. So we watched
Just
all
like
10
avoid the New
episodes.
Year's party so you can go back and watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we had to see the All Valley tournament finale and find out who would win.
Of course, needs to happen. Crimson Mel, I need to get my ears checked. I thought she said he looks like balls at first.
Like balls.
Well, his face is quite wrinkly, like a lot of balls.
Oh,
that's funny.
Head Steel goes and does not disappoint. Thank you for that, Meryl.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me on, guys.
No problem. Thanks for coming on, Meryl. It's been awesome.
Show no mercy.
Thank you.
Bye.
No mercy.
No mercy, bitches.
Bye.
Bye, Meryl.
Bye.
Wow.
That was unplanned. That was cool.
That was unplanned. That was unplanned. Okay, so what else have we got to talk about with Cobra Kai? I know you've got some loose notes here, Andy, about your favourite member of the new cast, and I put some thought into this.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, yeah, I don't often put a lot of thought into stuff, and I want to go. You guys handle it first. Andy, who's your favourite member of the new cast of Cobra Kai?
Eli.
Eli, okay.
Really like. I've got two, Eli and Dimitri.
Right.
I think as a pairing, those two are great. I also like the tat on the back of Eli. I think the hawk, the eagle, when he did that last bit, reflect back in the All Valley.
Yeah.
You should get one.
No. No.
Get a big eagle or something put on it.
Mate,
get Retro Chat logo on your back.
No.
Oh, what?
No. You get Ministry of Slam, I'll get Retro Chat.
All right, I'll do it. Yeah, MOS.
Lawrence, who's your favourite character?
Amanda LaRusso, because she always brings it back to reality.
Okay, like
the ridiculousness of the situation. We're gonna have a karate fight, or should we just have some breakfast? Yeah. Amanda LaRusso, definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna go controversial with this one. I'm gonna go with Robbie. I like Robbie as a character or as an actor, because you look at him and he's very believable as both a good guy and a bad guy. He looks like with the slick back hair, and he can have a really badass look about him. And, you know, it's like, oh yeah, he's a stereotypical bad guy. But then, you know, when he talks, he can also get a bit of emotion into stuff, and he comes across as quite a likable good guy as well. So I think he's got like multiple levels on him.
And he can't close his mouth.
Well, no, you've ruined it. But up until now, he was my favourite character. So we'll see if that's ruined for season 5.
So who's your favourite character now? That Law's ruined Robbie with the
Terry
mouth
Silver's my favourite from the old Revenge.
Terry Silver. I don't know, who else would it be. I don't really like Daniel's daughter. What's her name? Sam.
Sam.
Yeah, I don't like her. She really, really annoys me. I mean, Miguel's good, but not
Miguel's great
as a character. But he's not a very good actor.
When he couldn't, he's a great actor. I think he's really good. When he lost he got paralyzed because of a crazy karate fight in a school. And then when it's all Twisted Sister to get to fit. Rock fixes his back. He can walk it.
And he's like, oh my god, his foot's moving.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated magazines and rock music fixed Miguel's back. Not.
They can cure paralysis.
Yeah, not trained doctors and physiotherapy. Twisted Sister and Sports Illustrated. Anthony says Daniel is his favorite Cobra Kai.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Says that he really enjoys Tori. I both dislike her and have sympathy for her.
I'll go with that. Yeah, because again, she's one of those people. When you're casting, she can be a very believable baddie, but also you do have sympathy with her as sort of someone who has emotions and feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
Not at all.
See the backstory.
No, I'm not. This isn't a criticism of her, but I think remember that program on Nickelodeon, Hey Arnold.
Oh, God.
I think she looks like that.
She looks like Hey Arnold.
She looks like Hey Arnold.
Oh.
He's got a massive head.
Football head.
Oh, yeah. we were surfing through Disney Plus the other day, and my daughter got the remote. I will blame Bella for this. And she found Jessie. Like the kids sitcom Jessie that Debbie Ryan did. And Peyton List was in that.
Really? How old was she at that point?
God knows, too young. But she was in that, and that was her big break.
Oh,
there you go.
Wow.
There you go. What we got here? Bericles. Now I get the Baywatch thing, Laura. If you think Miguel is good, that must be like The Godfather.
Yeah. Everything's great. Everything's good. I can't criticize Miguel's acting.
Lawrence has declared it today. Everything is great.
Everything is great. Everything is grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. Everything is perfect. It's falling into place. I can't seem to wipe this smile off my face. Life's a happy song when there's someone by my side to sing along. Okay.
The Gruff just said Kyler is awful. Annoys me every scene he's in.
Oh yeah, but I think he's supposed to annoy you, Gruff.
I think so. Yeah,
yeah, he's all right. He likes Metallica, which is quite cool.
Thing with Kyler, he reminds me of the guy from Fast and the Furious, Han from Fast and the Furious, who died in Tokyo Drift, but then he wasn't really dead anyway, and he's been in every sequel since, even though he died because of a weird timeline thing. He just reminds me of a young version of him. That's what I think.
I agree.
There you go.
There we go. Thanks for that eloquent description there, Lee.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Gruff says yes, but his acting is so bad. Yeah, it really is. Anthony has said, stop singing, Lawrence.
I know. Unbelievable. I can't believe you said that.
Lead singer of a rock band and all that.
I was singing the Muppets.
Nothing wrong with the Muppets.
Anyway. Right. So I think that is it for Cobra Kai. Where do we rate it? Where is it sitting? One of the best of all time? Or is it up there or not up there? Or in the
world of, if we were to put it in the world of reboots and continuations, and because that's what this era is all about. It's about random sequels, like Tom Cruise bringing Maverick back in Top Gun, the new version of that. With Jurassic World films are just living off of the success of the first one. Everything is trying to rehash something else. I think this is right up there. Yeah, Ghostbusters, but Ghostbusters worked. Afterlife, and this really works as well. But I think to be fair, it's the only two that have really made me buy in as legit kind of justified sequels that weren't just cashing in on the fame of the originals. They actually had a reason to continue a story.
Star Trek Discovery.
Don't like Star Trek Discovery.
That's crap.
Doesn't feel like Star Trek.
It's rubbish, mate. Star Trek Discovery is awful.
It's on Pluto TV. That's how bad it is now.
It was good the first two series. When they go to the future and they're in the future and everyone's an idiot and these people have come forward from 400 years in the past. Like, what? You know more than us? What? I can't believe it. You're from 400 years ago in the past. That's stupid. That's not Star Trek. They should be more advanced than the people from Discovery. And that whole
William
warping
Shatner
ship
from Star Trek 5.
Oh, yeah. God, no. I watched that before we started doing the show. Never again.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Strange New Worlds, though, is coming soon. That's going to be good.
Yeah, I'll have the man crush on Anson Mount, as I've told Andy. who is Captain Pike. He's my man crush.
I haven't told you I've met him.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what I said. And I said you shook his
Wow.
hand, and I was like, "Wow, I need to come and see you."
I shook his
Lawrence
hand.
wants to come round and sniff it.
I've got a huge man crush on Anson Mount. He was in a program called Hell on Wheels, which is, it's a cowboy program. So he's my man crush, Anson Mount.
He talked about that on the interview I did with him. Maybe
my man crush.
What? That Lawrence? Did you know I've got a guy who has a man crush on me? He's called Lawrence. He's in a band.
Check him out,
he
guys.
said that to me.
Look, Lee, have you ever seen what Anson Mount looks like?
No. I should
look him up
right now
and then see if you get a man crush. I bet
God,
you would.
Here we go.
Anson Mount.
Hell on Wheels
yeah.
version. Yeah.
Did you
look at the Hell on Wheels version of Anson. Guys in the chat room, men, women, go look up Anson Mount.
Oh, is this with the? I've got a picture of him there with long hair.
Yeah.
And the beard. Okay.
Yeah.
He looks a bit like you, Lawrence.
Well, that's why I've probably got a man crush on him.
My man crush, moving it back onto TV, is Stephen Amell, because I loved Arrow and I've just finished watching with Princess Macat. I finished watching Heels, which is a fucking amazing program. So check it out if you can get hold of it. It's available on Stars, which you can get through Amazon Prime. Check it out, please. If you like wrestling in any kind of form, check it out. It's really, really good. So yeah, man crush, Stephen Amell.
That finale of season 1 of Heels.
Oh, bye, Anthony. Who have you got a man crush on, and Andy?
Mine. I don't know.
Come on, I can clip this and put it up on the internet.
Oh crap!
Yeah, who we have man crushes on? Yeah, let's do it. Come on, we've done ours.
I'm totally fine with saying my man crush. I'm not worried.
I'm not worried either.
Timmy Mallet,
David Swimmer.
David Swimmer.
I wish I had my laugh track button.
I'll tell you why. It's because the one quote I can do, or the one impression I can do, is "Hi."
David Schwimmer, excellent.
Oh,
I like it.
Gruff's man crushes Tom Hardy. Come on, guys. Come on, boys. Let's all get
right. We'll finish the stream off by having everyone in the chat room put their man crush into the chat. Okay.
Luckily, it's not a wrestler, because we do watch a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Bericles, it's Keanu, you fools.
Oh, Keanu. Oh, it's good, isn't it? Wow. Man. Head of Steels, face from the A-Team. Wow.
Oh, that was a good pick.
Dirk Benedict. You can tie that into Battlestar Galactica for some of your sci-fi retro.
Having a man crush is a good thing, I think, because,
nothing wrong with it.
I think in all seriousness, if you bet that person, or if you think about meeting them and, anything, you're like, well, I wouldn't really want to do that, but you're a nice looking person. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to go out and have a drink and a meal with you.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, and just stare at you. But
and then we'll cuddle and watch a movie. But that's as far as it's going.
Hello, Russ Content and D Live. Someone's watching from D Live. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, D Live.
Hey.
We play live music now in D Live. Well, nice to meet you.
We talk about man crashes and Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
on Retro Chat podcasts and wrestling. Lee, do you remember back in the day when we went to meet Kurt Angle in London?
Yes.
And we walked in. And I couldn't say a word for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. And it's like, we knew all day we were going to interview Kurt Angle, but you go into the room and you're like, fucking hell, it's Kurt Angle. And like, it's just weird. You've seen this guy for 10 years beforehand on TV doing wrestling. And you're like, shit, it's Kurt Angle. What do I say? Fucking Kurt Angle.
And JB was there. And I'm like, is someone going to say hello? And I'm just looking at Lee and I can't say anything.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah. It was good. Anyway,
Yeah.
Right, that's it for this week on Retro Chat. Thank you to my guests at this time,
Good
Lee
show.
and Lawrence from Ministry and the MOS Network. What are you guys coming up on Sunday? Any clues yet?
I haven't put the show plan together yet. We're going to talk about a lot of wrestling.
Some wrestling, something like that. Preambling.
We've already got some great stuff coming up on This Week in Wrestling History. I don't know how I'm going to narrow it down to 3, to be perfectly honest.
It's got to be free, Lee. It's got to be free.
It's got to be
for
free,
next year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of them, there's one that is we did last year, definitely, but I want to talk about it again. But yeah, there's so many good ones. So yeah, some really good This Week in Wrestling History. Lawrence will try and cripple me in the 211 quiz. All the news of the week will be coming up. We have some MOS Arena goodness action coming along as well, which is amazing. It's very serious wrestling promo, Merrill Mania. Do you want to, Lawrence? I can't remember what did we record for the arena?
Batman versus the Joker.
Yes, that nicely ties into the movie being released.
And as we've been talking about man crushes, a week on Monday, we're going to be talking to Buff Bagwell live, literally on this channel, and he had the biggest man crush on himself ever. We need to ask.
He did.
What wrestling? Yes, Russ Concer. How you doing, mate? Good to have some D live viewers here. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about Buff Bagwell, WCW legend, a week on Monday. So join us in the chat. If you guys are in the chat room Monday, right here, you can ask questions to Buff Bagwell. We need to find out what his man crush is, and do we dare?
Do we do a live Merrill?
Do we dare do a live Merrill Mania?
Oh, yeah.
With Buff Bagwell? Do we dare? Oh my god!
She'll say he looks like a Ferrero Rocher or something, and he'll hang up.
He
We've better than saying he looks like a Toblerone or something like that.
He
But,
looks definitely something. Do we
imagine
dare?
he looks like a tub of Vaseline.
We've done it with Josh Alexander, but he's not like a crazy wrestler from 20 odd years ago.
Mental.
Oh my god, he was legitimately insane. That is going to be cracking. So what time is that? That's the 28th.
8 o'clock on Monday.
8 o'clock on
live.
Monday. Yeah.
So join us live in the
fun.
chat room. Oh, he'll say Berkeley said he's sensitive and he'll hang out. He probably will, yeah. And he did have a car crash and hurt his face, so we won't do that, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe not.
But we could ask him his man
we'll do it
crushes.
afterwards. Yeah, ask his. Do you think he'll get weird about that?
I don't know.
You should get Brutus Beefcake on and do Merrill Mania before.
If he hangs up on us, it's clippable content for the internet anyway. Buff Bagwell hung up on us. Oh, this is our reaction. We have a Facebook. On our Facebook, YouTube video.
Facebook thumbnail.
Oh my god. Oh, what a show. Thank you so much to you two for coming on tonight. It's been an absolute blast. Next week, I'm not live.
Oh no,
I'm not live next week. I'm going to be back with an interview with Jack Aleska. So if you're sat there going, who the hell is Jack Aleska? Well, Jack Aleska was the creative director and the writer of the New Adventures of He-Man, Mask, Power Rangers, the Superhuman Samurai.
Wow.
My Little Pony. We don't talk about that one.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog's The Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Right.
Wow. With Captain Lou Albano.
With Captain Lou Albano. Yeah. So I'm going to be talking to him and bringing that next week, next Wednesday.
Cool.
MOS
That's
Network.
going to be amazing. Amazing. We've got some great stuff coming up. Obviously, yeah, that's going to be next Wednesday. Monday, we've got the Buff Bagwell interview. Tuesday is going to be Tez with the Ministry of Horror. So
Check
much
out
cool
last
stuff
night's
coming
show
up
as well. It was very good.
Yeah, last
Absolutely.
night.
I'm going to be playing some Red Dead if anyone's in the chat room now wants to come and hang out with me a bit more. On YouTube, though, just on YouTube, because Andy's using the restream for the interview. So I'm going to be just on youtube.com/the MOS Network. Come and say hello if you want. And we'll be playing some cowboy shit of Red Dead Redemption for a few hours. So come say hello, guys, if you want.
Imagine if you did that and Hangman Page suddenly appeared in the chat room. You're stealing my catchphrase.
No, I thought cowboy shit before I even knew who Hangman Page was.
There you go.
So...
You own the right. You own the right. Right, that's it for this week. We will see you all next week. Gents, thank you so much. Stay with me for just a second. Thanks to everyone for listening. Download the show on the podcast feed on both Retro and MOS. And we'll see you all next week. Good times.
Bon way.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.